Yeah, I should have the link here in any second.
Okay, it's finally time to return to Skyrim in VR. But should you? Our full review is the 280 characters thing makes all of this so much easier.
Yeah.
Everyone's whining about it, but I'm like, I don't have to like fight for those characters anymore on the upload account.
Alrighty. Think we're live.
And then I need to
Yeah. Okay, it looks like we're good.
Yeah.
We've already got people commenting. Kazuto Kurigiri, Dark Fiber. What's up, guys?
Can you put the link on Slack for me?
Yeah. And I don't know if people are going to be able to hear your voice or not. So let me know if you guys hear a British guy talking. He's in the party. He's going to be watching and letting me know what people are commenting. Just stand by for a couple more minutes. I'm posting links to it on our social feeds here. So, one moment.
Right, that's all. That's all.
Okay, cool. This Kazuto guy says he can hear you, so that's neat. The audio comes through. I'm just embedding this video.
Okay.
Yeah, and guys, if you're watching right now and you go to UploadVR.com, we just published our review of Skyrim VR. So that's already live on the site. If you want to go give that a quick read while I'm getting the final settings set up here.
Your big day.
Yeah, this is exciting. You guys can also just enjoy the beautiful Nordic choir doing the theme song right now. It's such a good theme song.
It is, isn't it? I mean, it's aged less than the game itself, as I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
If I press play together on PlayStation, will I just see you? Play together makes it easier to play online or to play games with others. No, probably not. Okay, I'll just find it on YouTube.
I sent it to you on Slack.
Oh.
It's also in the Livestream article. I just updated it.
Okay, cool.
I appreciate the optimism of Dark Fiber. He says, "In before this becomes an unreasonable spam fest." You're an optimistic fellow, so I like you. We'll see how much of a spam fest this becomes.
It'll be fine. This is the first time I've ever done a live stream. So how about that? Not that I play.
Alrighty. There's that beautiful logo. Oh, I can actually see the chat while I'm in VR. So that's kind of nice, but it goes away so fast.
Okay.
I'm probably not going to have time to read it.
Okay, right. I can see you now. I can see the chat. Hello, everyone.
All right, cool. And you're hearing the beautiful British voice of Jamie Feltham from UploadVR, and I am Feltham. And I'm David Jagno, games editor. My review is live on the site for Skyrim VR already, so you can read it now. I did give it an 8 out of 10. It has some issues, which you guys will no doubt see while I'm playing. But if you're a fan of Skyrim and you like RPGs and you like VR, it doesn't really get much better than this. This is the biggest, largest, most ambitious, detailed VR game ever so far. So it's pretty special. It's pretty special. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in. I think I'm going to play with PlayStation Move. I feel like that's the most VR-fied way to play this game.
Yeah, I think so. Originally, I was going to say you should play with DualShock 4, but...
And I can switch. I could switch it up. The only thing is you have to go all the way back to the main menu in order... Yeah. Hang on. My camera wants me to move.
Platforms as possible, but...
I'm just alright, I'm just calibrating these controllers. This is the first time I've used them on this TV in this particular room, so... Yeah. It's the lap of luxury over here. I think if I had to compare them to any previous iteration of Skyrim, they're closest to the original release, you know, on PS3, 360. You're going to notice some significant downgrades, you know, like if you played the Enhanced Edition or even the Switch version that comes out today, it doesn't look quite that good. And you know, that's just how it is. All right.
yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and start up a new game. And for those that are unaware, we ran a poll on the website for people to vote on the type of character that I would play. And I will reveal the choices once we get to character creation. But
sorry,
for now... No problem. And so here you can see the loading screens are just like rectangles. They're not actually in VR. So you just kind of look at the screen... as if you were in a big movie theater.
Which I thought was kind of jarring, because, I mean, in this loading screen, as you can see now, these are actually 3D models you can rotate, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
So, it was just a little strange to me. I felt like that was a little bit of a missed opportunity to try and get people ready for it straight away, rather than this kind of...
For some reason, my move controllers are not wanting to stay turned on, and I don't know why. I think I might have accidentally launched the game in DualShock mode. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, I'm gonna quit out real quick and switch to PlayStation Move.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Kazuto. Here we go. We love you too.
Go.
I have a 5 since remaster. I 100% expect the graphics to not look all that great. I just want to make sure it's solid and not extremely grainy. It definitely looks solid. I would say, I mean, the last time I played Skyrim was back in 2011, and I would say it's very, very comparable to them.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look bad. I mean, if you're comparing it to other VR games, then, you know, there's not really anything to be worried about. If you're comparing it to other modern games that are coming out now outside of VR, then that's when you start to kind of make some, you know, recommendations about it's not quite as visually pleasing as those. And so if you're watching the stream right now, it's going to look worse than it does for me in the headset. And that's because the PS4 outputs footage to the TV screen, which is what you're seeing on the stream. And that footage is of lower quality than the headset footage that I'm looking at. So the stream, it looks a little bit worse than it does for me in VR, in short.
And what are you playing on? Are you playing on a standard or a pro?
I'm playing on a pro, and I'm playing with the new PSVR headset model. That model doesn't have any hardware changes. It doesn't increase the power or anything like that. Yeah, but I mean, this is totally Skyrim. You know, like they didn't really cut many corners whenever they did this port.
No. But because it's Skyrim, you unfortunately do have to do the entire intro again.
Yeah. How is the audio on the game itself? Can you guys hear it okay?
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with
I might need to see if I can increase the game audio a little bit.
Let me just turn it up on my end and see what I can get.
Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they captured you, oh God, where are they taking us?
No, it sounds fine to me.
There's Ulfric.
Whatever people say.
But Sovngarde awaits. No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Hey.
There are subtitles, Brandon. I'll turn those on. Actually, that's a good idea.
Why do you care?
Yeah.
Nord's last thought.
Let me go ahead and turn
I
them
know other
on.
people are saying it's slow. Okay.
Not there. Display. There we go. Let me make sure the VR settings are. Okay, yeah, they're good.
Now, one thing I would say is try to wrap your head around the menus.
Yeah, I've spent so much time with it that it was kind of second nature to me, but it is very, it's definitely not, as intuitive as just using, you know, like a thumbstick or something.
Shoulders in the first place.
Be of home. Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
Alright, the audio should be a little better now, and I also have subtitles on.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Debella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Ken Kanzaki, there are no mods. Bethesda is kind of being coy about whether or not they're going to add mods in the future. You know, they're kind of being open-ended about it, saying that's, you know, oh, we'll look into doing that and, you know, stuff like that. But I wouldn't hold your breath. I'm thinking that's pretty unlikely for this version of the game.
Yeah, certainly on PSVR, right? Maybe on the PC later down the line.
Wonder if Elod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in.
I have a feeling someone may die here. Here we go. You might be right.
Imperial walls and towers.
Yeah, it certainly feels like, you know, this isn't a happy carriage ride.
I would say there is, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people watching this have done this intro a lot of times before, but the chopping block bit that's coming up, spoilers, I thought that felt really, really cool in VR.
Absolutely.
Why are we stopping?
It's just little moments like that, isn't it, where like you suddenly look up and you think, oh, I'm about to get my head chopped off.
And you see,
VR really, really works.
So you see right now,
Let's go.
you have move controllers inside the game, and the reason for that is because my hands are bound, but they still want me to be able to see where I'm moving around.
You've got to tell them we weren't with you. This is a mistake.
Is it the move controllers?
Empire loves
User Idiot says, everyone speak as if you're from Cyrodiil. Let's keep the immersion.
I don't do
Cyrodiil impression.
a very good Nord accent. Sorry.
It's you, the hero of Kavash. That's enough again.
No care of Rorikstead.
Yeah, but I would. A lot of people here have been to Cyrodiil, so that's not too far out. Oh, that was a nice shot.
Wait.
Good shot.
Step forward.
Ken, we know Fallout 4 is coming to PSVR. We just don't know when.
No, we don't. We don't know. Fallout 4 hasn't been officially announced for PSVR.
But I mean, it's coming because HTC called it an exclusive, and then Bethesda was like, "Oh wait, no, it's only a timed exclusive."
Yeah, but that could just mean Windows Mixed Reality, right? I mean, Fallout 4 is like another.
Yeah, I guess.
Console generation on.
To be fair, they haven't announced it, but I'm thinking it's pretty likely.
I'd be over the moon if it happened, but I just I don't know. So it's a lot to ask of the 4 or PS4.
All right. So here's character creation. It's basically exactly the same as the non-VR version of the game. They didn't really do much to change this. You have to navigate the menus with, like flicking the PS Move controllers, which is not great. But so what we did before the stream started is we had a poll on the website for people to vote on the type of character I make. So what won out is a Nord. I'm going to be playing a Nord, which totally makes sense given that we are in Skyrim, of course. I'm going to just kind of go through some of the presets. Oh, that looks pretty good. There we go. Skin tone.
Remaster 1989 asks, is Windows mixed reality like HoloLens? So what? I mean, sort of, but Microsoft have also recently released some other VR headsets with companies like Dell and Acer that are getting Steam VR integration like today, right, David? Or was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Okay, cool. So there's a whole bunch of new Windows branded VR headsets that released last month that I'm sure Fallout 4 and Skyrim and Doom will be showing up on.
All right.
Arsenal Unloaded, we feel your pain. We're hoping it shows up on PC at some point.
That looks pretty good. Nice intimidating Nord. Not bad. Okay. Yes. Let's think of what's a good name. What do you think, Jamie? What should I name our guy here?
Silly bum bum.
That's a lot to type out in VR. I'm not sure if I want to do that.
Okay. I just thought, what's the most British name possible?
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I'm just going to name him Upload.
Well, that's a good idea.
Because I'm boring.
Sir Thumps a lot. I like that.
What was it?
Sir Thumps a lot. Although that's also a lot to type out.
Yeah. Let's just go with Upload.
Conk 2000 says name him Nord Bob Fight Ants, which, fine.
You picked a bad time to come home to Skyrim, Kinsman.
I'm not going to repeat that one, Dark Fiber, but I like your suggestion.
Forget the list.
Won't be naming him that.
By your orders, Captain.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So, we've been talking a lot through all this, so people might not have heard the intro if they've never played Skyrim before. I assume most people have. It's been out for 6 years, and it's on 5 consoles and PC, and yeah, so, I mean, it's been out for a while. But you're a prisoner. You get captured during something off-screen before the game started. You're here with members of the rebellion, and they are about to be executed. Here's the leader of the rebellion right here, Jarl Ulfric, and a lot of his lackeys are back here, and we're about to get our heads lopped off. And that's where we're at. Conk, yes, I'm on a PS4 Pro. That is correct.
Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.
It's a nice normal day in Skyrim here.
Yeah, it's a really nice day, really.
I haven't got all morning.
Yeah. Very true.
It's beautiful.
GF is getting very, very excited about things.
Smiling at me, Imperials. Can you
For the love of Talos! Oh, man. If he could have just waited to die like 1 minute, he would have been fine.
you Imperial bastards!
He could have just delayed it a little bit.
Death to the storm.
To be fair, I think I'd rather get an arrow in the back of the head than my neck chopped off anyway.
Remaster 1989. It's the screen door effect. It's not any worse than any other PSVR game. I would say visually, like, I guess a good comparison to another VR game would be Robinson. I think the visuals are about on par with Robinson the Journey. It's a similar style too.
What I'd say is, in terms of the screen door effect, it's when you get off the caravan there and you're looking at the captain.
Oh no!
It's like characters far away are a little blurry, aren't they?
Yeah, when you get up close, the textures are pretty flat.
Yeah, that's true.
That's when you notice it the most. There's kind of like this medium range sweet spot. Like off in the distance, the mountains look kind of blurry, and up close, textures look really flat. But in the middle, like when you're indoors, everything looks really nice. Alright, so for those watching, I'm playing with the smooth direct movement, no teleportation. So with my left move controller, I point and I press the top move button, and that's where I move. So I can go forward, I can go back, I can go pretty much wherever I want. And then on the right move controller, I hit X and circle to rotate. And you can customize the speed and amount of rotation that you get. Yeah, that's how movement works for this version. There's also teleportation, so you point and you click. And you can also use a DualShock and play it just like normal Skyrim with head tracking.
Yeah, and for those of you that have played Resident Evil 7 with DualShock, it just pretty much controls like that.
Yeah.
The legends be true.
And these move controllers will go away soon. It's just because my hands are bound, but they still want me to be able to see what I'm doing. Once I get weapons equipped, I'll be able to hold, you know, my shield, my weapon, my bow and arrow, my spells. All that stuff will be in my hands instead. Oh no.
Kanzaki
Oh no.
what's better than Farpoint?
Bethesda game gonna Bethesda. Look at that. There he goes. That didn't take long.
This way, friends. Move.
Oh Jesus, I forgot about that.
Oh, what have you done? Just
Oh
can you get
man.
past
Oh man. Devastating.
See the inn on the other side.
You can't loot bodies yet.
The roof and keep going.
They don't let you do that until you get a little bit farther. Okay. So jumping is just pressing triangle. It's a little weird. But yeah, so that's how it works. And when you're in the air, you just kind of point like you're kind of gliding. It's a little quirky, but it works. And I'm playing sitting down right now just because I'm going to be playing for a while. And I'm lazy. But usually, when I was reviewing it, I tried to stand up as much as I could, and that really helped make it feel more visceral. But I'm just sitting down right now.
And the turning options that you don't, I haven't struggled with PSVR's tracking yet at all, really.
What was that? Say that again?
With the easy turning options, you know, on the move controller you use the X and circle button on your right hand to do angle turns. I haven't struggled with the tracking at all so far.
No, yeah. It actually works out pretty well. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah,
that was something I talked about in the review a lot, that, you know, the PS Move controllers are pretty bad in comparison to the Oculus Touch and the Vive. But, you know, for this game, they actually work pretty well. I'm surprised by the method they came up with. It's a nice compromise.
Yeah.
All right, I need someone to vote. Am I staying with? Who am I going? Imperial? Am I going with the Rebels? Which one? First person to respond gets the vote. Roll off. That's the rebel guy, right? Oh man. Oh, we got 2 votes, competing votes here. I'm frozen. Rebels are racist. That is true. They really don't like high elves. You know what? I've done the rebels so many times. I'm gonna go Imperial. You and me, bro. You and me. Oh, he changed his mind after I already picked.
Hey, you know, now this is something new because I didn't even realize you could do this.
Was that really a dragon?
You didn't know you could pick?
Bring us of the end times?
No, I just always thought you were meant to go with the
Come here. Let me see if I can
Oh,
get
okay.
findings.
The river.
It eventually ends up being the same, but at the start, some of it's different.
I'm going to see if I can find something for these bones.
Okay.
Got to be a sword or two.
So one thing I noticed, I don't know if you noticed this, Jamie, whenever you're trying it, is that sometimes my controllers will kind of drift and point in a direction that I'm not holding them. If I give them like a quick shake, they're good to go, which is really bizarre. I don't know the technology behind that.
You mean like while you're holding them still, the PlayStation Move controllers like are moving even though you're holding them still?
Not really. It's more like just over time they gradually drift, and then I'll notice it eventually.
Really?
Like I'm holding them straight up together, but they look angled right now. So if I give them a shake, then they're good. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Here we go. Ooh. I'm gonna take that sword. Thank you very much.
Got to be a sword or two.
I got some light armor. Another sword. Okay.
You better get that armor.
So in the poll that we ran, people wanted me to play stealthy archer with a bit of a mix of one-handed sword and shield when necessary. So I'm not going to be using a whole lot of spells, but I will, do spells to just show you guys what it's like. So to equip stuff and use the menu, you have to press the buttons on the left move controller. You press triangle to bring up this menu, and then you can, go to your items just like you would in the regular game. They didn't really change the menus much, again, which is a little frustrating, but it's not too bad. And then you just hit the move button on the top of the move controller to equip things. So right hand, or I can I can dual wield. I can have one in each hand. Go down to apparel. Equip my light armor, put on my boots, and I'm good to go. So now I can equip my weapons. There we go. Look at that. 2 iron swords, disembodied, floating. Peter, PS4 Pro visuals versus PS4. As is the case most of the time, the PS4 Pro looks sharper. It's not a huge difference. I don't think I would ever recommend someone get a Pro just for PSVR, but it does look a little better.
They said they used super sampling just for slight improvements for this one, so nothing massive.
Yeah. Alright, let's put these gauntlets on. We can go ahead and equip those. And everyone knows, though, whenever you play Skyrim, you always loot their armor, because you don't want to leave a clothed body on the ground.
Colt 2000 wants to see you punch the next person to death, David.
Oh, okay, cool.
So get those swords away and put them up.
Let me see. I guess I have to go actually unequip them.
Yeah, I had them at one point. Yeah, if you go into the menu settings and just unequip the swords.
Yeah, here we go.
Just have...
Come on, this way.
You're going down. Gunger. Poor Gunger. Never stood a chance.
Come on, this way.
Oh, look, there you go. Look at that.
Oh, I'm ready, man. Rabagast, you want to see the greatsword? I'll show you real quick. The greatsword, it just puts it in... Oh, wait, I didn't loot it. Let me go grab it. So the way the greatsword works is it just puts it in your right hand. And then your left hand can't be used for fighting. So it's not really two-handed. You don't have to hold it with both hands or anything like that. But it just eliminates the ability to use your left hand. So, see... It's like a giant one-handed sword, basically. It's how two-handed stuff works. Okay. Now, we are going to unequip, and it's time to go punch some bros.
Gotta get good punching in, man.
And the cool thing is, on VR, when you're playing with the Move controllers, you have to manually block. So I would have to hold up my hands or hold my sword horizontally to block, or hold up the shield. There's not just like a button you press.
Oh goodness.
There we go. There we go.
Nessa Harris, Skyrim VR is not also the special edition. It doesn't have the visual improvements of the one that released last year. Unfortunately, it looks a lot closer to the PS3 and 360 versions.
That being said, it does have all the DLC though.
Yeah. So actually, it is sort of a Game of the Year edition, if you will.
Yeah. It's I guess the best comparison would be the one that releases on Switch today. Also has the DLC, but no mods.
Does it? Okay.
So it's kind of similar to that. There might be a way to show frame rate if we were using a capture card, but I'm just streaming directly from the PS4. I don't think there's a frame rate feature. But as far as I can tell, it runs at a smooth 60. I mean, just like any other PSVR game. I didn't really ever notice any dips or anything like that.
Yeah, and if it's running at 60, then the way PSVR works is that it's actually being reprojected into 120, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so it should be looking very smooth. I didn't notice any dips. I think Sony are very stringent on that sort of thing, so you won't see any dips. Like 120 or it might be 90 will be the minimum.
There we go. I'm not sure why I killed him, because he was actually an Imperial, I just realized, but oh well.
Yeah, Zaki, you can turn on smooth turning. But smooth turning gets me a little, so...
I must have... Did I forget to do that? I thought in the settings there's gradual and instant. I didn't see a smooth rotation option.
Yeah, I swear you can. You go in there, I think... Maybe I'm like, snap transition, oh! Maybe I have lied then.
Now, so the way it works is you can do instant, which I'll show you what that's like. Instant is like this, where it just blinks. You don't get to see the transition of you turning.
But if you turn the angle snap all the way down, will that essentially make it like smooth turning, I wonder?
I don't think so, because I can't hold it down to turn. It doesn't it doesn't keep turning. I have to keep pressing it. See? So, as far as I can tell, there's not a fully smooth turning way. No, but see, it's not the gradual speed either, because if I turn the gradual speed up all the way, it just doesn't work quickly, but the iterations are still the same. I can't hold down the button to turn. I have to press it over and over and over. I mean, that's why I kind of do like a medium in the middle. I kind of do like a good little quick one, but then I do the speed, relatively fast. That way it gives kind of the illusion of being able to turn pretty good. So it doesn't really, I don't know, it didn't bother me that much.
You were close. I think the DLC is on the disc. I haven't had to install anything extra.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so here's how lockpicking works. It's not as cool as I was hoping. But what I do is, here on the controller, on the right controller, I hit square and triangle to rotate the pick. And then I use the trigger to start turning like that.
Okay. Nasa Harris, yeah, no, sorry if you didn't hear me last time. Doesn't have the visual improvements in the special edition. I wonder about smooth turning with a DualShock, because obviously that's got the second stick, so I wonder if it lets you do it with that.
I'll have to check that out in a little bit.
Yeah. Don't worry about it now.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the
exactly,
way,
that's what I was just wondering.
you know, in base Skyrim, you can pick up stuff, and this one you can do that as well, but it has to only be certain items. So, like, this dagger, I can point and hold to pick it up. You know, I can move it around, I can toss it across the room. But bodies, it doesn't seem like they added the ability for you to move those. At least I can't get it to work.
Get a little tricky if you did that.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to switch back to using my weapons. Let's equip these arrows. Got a sword. I'll grab a shield. So the shield combat was actually really satisfying, I thought. Because you have to hold the shield up in front of you for it to activate as a shield. Otherwise, it's see-through and it's not doing anything. So you have to actually hold it there. And you can block arrows, you can shield bash. You know, just like anything you could do in the regular game.
Colt 2000 says, playing two-handed seems overpowered. I would actually say, I sort of agree with that.
Yeah, especially early on. I think later on, it can get a little difficult depending on how you build your character with, you know, not being able to block well and stuff. But I think generally speaking, though, it is pretty overpowered.
Okay, sorry, there might have been an echo there. That was my fault.
Oh, whoops. Oh, dang. Okay, I see you.
You just push it down the hole.
Oh, no.
It's like a giant. I don't think that would go so well.
Ha!
Get him!
Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming for you, boys.
Ooh, damn. Is the immersion good? David, how immersed do you feel right now?
I don't even know who you are, I'm so immersed. My name is no longer David.
Ask me how immersed I was.
My name is Upload. Alright, see, I blocked an arrow. You can see it right there.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool feeling, right? Did you get like a rumble when the arrow hit the shield?
You know, I wasn't paying close attention, but I think so.
Okay.
And see what I mean, though?
the
These interior environments where the draw distance doesn't have to do extra work, they look really nice. You know,
Yeah,
like
they do,
the way the light breaks down there, and you got the waterfall, and I mean, Skyrim. It's 6 years old, but you know, it was ahead of its time whenever it came out.
Unlike Fallout 4, which was decidedly a little behind the times.
Hey man, watch it. Don't let Tal hear you say that.
No. Sorry, Hal, if you're listening.
No, he's our boss. He doesn't care about what we do. Oh, spiders. You know what? I haven't shown you guys any magic yet. So, let's go.
This is a good chance for that.
This is a very good opportunity to use some magic. Flame on!
As you should have been, Tao. As you should have been. I insulted Fallout 4, that was.
Oh, magic low. I ran out already.
Whoa, you killed that spider fast.
Yeah, dude. Flames is very overpowered for small enemies. It does so much damage.
Now, David, in the profile that you reviewed the game on, what kind of character are you building?
What I usually build is, for the first few levels, a jack of all trades. That's just kind of my habit. And then I eventually drift towards stealth because it's so overpowered in the end game. I mean, it's just it's too fun, you know, like being able to sneak up behind someone and stab them for, you know, in one shot, a dragon, you know, like that kind of stuff is just it's too fun not to do that. Oh, here we go. Here's the bear.
There's a bear just ahead. See
We'll show DualShock gameplay in a little bit from now, I think.
You might be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow and watch where you step.
All right.
Or if
I'm
you
not
feel
going
you
to sneak
need
by. I'm going to take this guy out.
Might take it by surprise.
And then, David, I missed it, sorry. How does two-handed weapon control work?
Let me show you real quick. So the way two-handed works is whenever you equip it, it makes your left move controller disabled. In your right move controller, it's now the giant weapon. So it's not actually two-handed, it's just, you know, one-handed, and you're using this giant, you know, sword or giant hammer or axe or whatever you're using.
Label. That's my favorite term.
I like bastard sword.
Tempest Morienti asked if it's worth the price. We have a review up right now on the site. I think that gives you a very good detailed rundown on if this is the version of Skyrim for you.
All right. I think I'm going to actually try standing up. I think that's going to track better with where I have my camera. Let me stand up here. I got to recenter. There we go. All right.
Rabagast asks if the scale of everything feels natural.
Oh, I missed.
The sneaking type, huh?
Oh, he's missed.
was
Rabagast, I played it a bit. I was a little smaller than other people, I thought. I don't know if you've noticed that, David?
Yeah, it seems like you are. I would agree with that.
But other than that, I think the scale, you know, works pretty well. It's funny because it's usually the other way around. It's usually in games that get ported to VR, the characters appear a bit smaller than you, but in this one, I felt just the tiniest bit smaller than everyone else. Like I was looking up a little bit while I was talking to people.
I don't know. It seems like I need to sit back down probably. Oh, I think hang on. Let me change my camera position. Sorry for the wonkiness on the stream right now. I'm just fixing my setup.
That's cool.
Alright.
The spiders... the bear definitely feels bigger than the spiders. What I will say is the dogs that attack you when you first get into the world in about 5 minutes' time, they felt huge. And anyone that reads my content knows I'm a massive wuss, and I jumped and screamed as they came from the forest at me.
Yeah, I mean, they used to scare me in the base game. They have a habit of just appearing.
Yeah, they do, don't they? You just turn around and, oh, yeah, there's a bear mauling you in the face, so...
Oh, man.
That hasn't gone in this version.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. Closest town from here is
There we go, out into the big open world.
Yes. Now the real game begins.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's still looking very detailed, very, I'd say it's really, really pretty. Still. Definitely still PS3 or 360 level, but that just speaks to the environmental design of Skyrim in the first place, I think.
I just caught my first butterfly. That was the first thing I did.
Fight. I tell you what, if you think you feel too small when you play, you could always like stand up, crouch just a tiny bit, and then sink the camera by holding the options button, then just stand up a bit more, and you'll feel taller.
Yeah, I guess that would work. Let's give it a try. So I'm gonna crouch down a little bit, and there we go.
Neil Hogg, I would say yes, we are impressed with it, but if you want to find out if it's the right version of Skyrim for you, we've got a review at the top of UploadVR.com right now that you can go check out. Really long, detailed review by David. At one point, it was the longest review David had ever written. I don't know if it still is.
Well, I haven't written anything else since then, so.
Okay, so it still is. I thought maybe you edited it down. But alright, maybe not.
Let's see. I don't know. Man, my right move controller keeps drifting, and I don't.
Oh, really?
Do you see that? Watch, you can visibly see it drifting right now.
Oh, is that happening? How about giving the DualShock 4 a show off for a bit?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let me. So the only problem is, the frustrating thing is you have to go all the way back to the main menu, in order to use the DualShock at all. You can't just change the options or anything.
Give it a quick save and we'll resume in 2 minutes. Skyrim should have aim controller support. I mean, I would play with the aim controller quite heavily.
Yeah, that would be kind of awesome. Alright.
They should add like a bayonet to the game.
Okay, I'm gonna totally turn these controllers off just to make sure that they don't interfere in any way. So just stand by. You probably won't be able to see my menu right now. Okay. Putting the controllers down and switching to DualShock.
A lot of people asking if it's better than Farpoint. It's a very, very, very different experience to Farpoint.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to compare those two.
If you're looking for something that makes you feel like, like a super badass space marine commander, then Farpoint is your one. If you want to get lost for hours in a game that, is already proven to be pretty darn epic, then Skyrim's your one. And it's the same with any VR thing. It's really about who you want to be. I mean, that sounded cheesy, didn't it? But it's true.
Hey, Conk, for the DLC, I haven't, fully 100% completed the VR version of Skyrim just because, I've already played it so much outside of VR. Didn't really need to. But in terms of, what the DLC is like, it's pretty great. The Hearthfire DLC lets you build your own house. The Dawnguard lets you become a vampire. And a Dragonborn lets you ride dragons, which is freaking awesome. So I think it's some of the better single-player DLC in a game, for sure. So here I am. I'm playing with DualShock. So the way it works is I have my little targeting reticule that I can move around, and that just is happening from me moving my head around. Then all the controls are just like they were basically outside of VR. So I can block here. I can swing my sword. It is still like disembodied hands, and that's because your head is floating around, and they wanted to kind of maintain that immersion a little bit. But yeah, so right now I have the same gradual turning, but let me see if I can have full smooth. I can, so I can have smooth on DualShock.
Oh, that's good.
Which is fantastic. Oh, that's much better. Yeah. The only difference is you cannot vertically move with the right stick. You can only move up and down with your head, and that's motion sickness, precaution. But yeah, I mean it's fine. You have no reason to move up and down with the right stick because, I can already do it. Don't need to. All right.
One of the things I found with playing with the move controllers is if you're playing with two-handed weapons, and you swing your left-handed weapon, the left-handed weapon actually dictates the direction in which you move. So if you raise your arm up to swing and you're holding the walk button, you actually kind of walk back a little bit while you're swinging your sword, which felt really weird to me.
Say that again?
So you know, with the move controller, if you're doing like standard smooth walking, you hold the left move button to move.
Yeah.
And then where you point the move controller kind of changes the direction in which you're walking a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so if you're fighting someone, you kind of have to be like a little wary of holding that move button down, because if you raise your left hand to slash at someone, you're actually going to end up like walking back a little bit, which to me was a little disorientating.
Picked a bad time to get lost.
Nice. Look at that. Right in the face. Oh, that was the neck. Okay, okay. But yeah, to your point about the movement, you know, for like melee combat, for me, I just have to remember to let go of the button. You know, like whenever you're swinging, you can't be holding that down.
Yeah, it just makes it a bit more of a puzzle, doesn't it? When you're like trying to figure out whether to stand still or if you need to suddenly take flight because you're not doing very well. It's just my mind gets in a bit of a muddle.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other thing is with the move controllers, when you have your swords out, you have to make sure to move your hands kind of slowly if you don't want to attack. Otherwise, they're gonna just swing and hit the person you're talking to.
So someone just asked about movement options. Right now, I'm playing with the DualShock 4 controller. So my movement options are just like they were outside of VR, basically. But I can move my head around. So whenever I'm using the right stick, all I can do is rotate horizontally. I can't move my reticule. I can't look up and down with the right stick. All that's with your head. And then there's the move controllers, which allow you to move either smoothly or teleporting. And we were playing with those a little bit earlier. We might switch back in a little bit. Alright, so we are now in the Embershard mine outside of Helgen. And there's a trap here, as you can see. I'm going to trip it so I don't accidentally kill myself. Alright. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I think we have some bandits coming up.
That'll be fun in VR.
What's that?
Well, like traps, like when logs swing down at you and stuff.
Yeah.
There'll be some cool stuff there, I'm sure.
They're talking about their rock trap right now, how it's going to prevent people. I don't think so. Alright. I'm sneaking. Let's see if I can take one out. Oh, I missed just barely. He doesn't know where I'm at. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Murderer!
Oh!
Thought I heard something.
Look at that. 2 perfect headshots. Oh, yeah. That is beautiful.
This is something I've really missed about Skyrim, when people get arrows in the head and they go, oh, it's but a scratch.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, the arrow's sticking out of the bottom of your jaw.
Right, right. Okay, gold. Well, that's some pretty nice armor. Is that better than what I have already? Let's see. Armor. Oh, that's about the same.
Yeah, Tempest Moriarty, I agree. The best thing to do with VR right now is just give players options. Everyone's got different levels of comfort, so it just works to give everyone as much control as they can handle, basically. Nasser Harris, this is running on the Peaceful Pro, yeah.
One nice thing I like about playing with Move is you turn the pages by flicking them with the Move controller, which is kind of a nice effect.
Yeah.
But I'm playing on DualShock 4 right now.
Yeah.
Alright, if I remember correctly, There's no one in this particular room. I think...
I thought we had a guard posted outside. We did. What was that?
Oh!
Time to end this little game.
Oh man, that was bad. Alright. Forget it. Hey Danielle Ruiz, overall thoughts. You can read my full review on UploadVR.com. It's on the site right now, but I will say that I'm a fan. You know, I really like it. I was a fan of Skyrim itself already. It's one of my most played games. And yeah, the VR version it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and as someone that hasn't played Skyrim since 2011, like, I played maybe half an hour of this in VR, and I think I'm going to go all the way through it again. I think it's just great to have something with so much content in VR, and something that you can sit down and enjoy.
Oh,
and
dang.
just know you're going to have a good time with. Marcus Jones, are you saying you bought 2 copies of Skyrim today? Went in to get them, hold my copy to Switch, and ended up getting the VR version also. So you got the Switch and the VR version.
That is dedication right there. One thing that I will say that's kind of nice about playing in VR as opposed to outside of VR is I feel like I noticed this with Resident Evil 7 as well. Whenever I can aim by moving my head, I feel like my accuracy is better. You know, if I can kind of fine tune it a little bit and kind of get that exact right spot just by moving my head, I feel like my neck is more accurate than my thumb.
Absolutely, yeah. That like playing Resident Evil 7 in VR, like not just like in terms of sensory experience. Yeah, that was better, but like it was actually just easier as well, wasn't it? Like it was so much more accurate with your head than with trying to coordinate your thumbs.
Yeah. One cool design decision that Bethesda made is the compass down below is always facing towards your camera. They made sure to do that so if you get turned around when you're playing with Move or something and the tracking gets messed up, you just look down. Okay, now you know which direction to face. It's a nice feature so you don't have to take off the headset or peek around to see or figure out where the camera's at or anything like that.
Someone's asked, Daniel's again asking if Skyrim is coming to Rift and Vive. Not officially announced next year, but highly likely it ends up on the Vive at least next year.
Okay, let's see if I can one-shot this guy. Oh, yeah.
2019, I should say.
That was beautiful. Alright, we have one on the bridge. Gotta wait for him to cross again. Oh, there's one way back there. I don't know if I can shoot that far. Let's try it.
David, if they put Morrowind in VR, would you play that again?
Oh, absolutely. That's, yeah. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Oh my gosh. Great. I ran out of arrows at the worst time. Alright. Let's go for it.
Time to end this little game.
Oh man.
You haven't even got to the first town yet, and you've just murdered everyone.
I don't really like your judgment right now.
Oh, yeah, his face hit the rope. He's down and out for the count.
Alright. Oh, gotta go down there. Gotta make sure I loot everybody. Don't want to leave anyone unlooted. That would be a travesty.
I would say the quality of this port speaks well for the upcoming Doom VFR and Fallout 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. You know, I've played all of them at trade shows and stuff like E3, and you know, they all have their pros and cons. But if the final version of Skyrim can be like it is, then I feel pretty good about Doom and Fallout.
Yeah, and this one's the biggest challenge, right? Because it's a much older game, and the combat system is a little more intricate for VR than Fallout, because obviously shooting guns in VR is something we've done time and time again.
Alright, so on the survey, the poll on the site, everyone voted for me to play a sneaky guy. So, where's stealth at? And stealth is so low. It's because I'm playing a Nord. Harder to detect, or should I go with archery? Bows do more damage. Let's go with detection.
Danny Ruse, no one's ever used the term PlayStation exclusive explicitly, but in fact, Bethesda have said that eventually they want to put all their VR games on as many systems as possible. So for now, I think, you know, if you read between the lines, it's likely that it's a timed exclusive.
Yeah, but as of, you know, like, if you want to play Skyrim in VR right now, the only way to do it's PSVR.
Yeah.
And by right now, I mean tomorrow, because that's when it comes out.
Oh yeah, can't do it right now. Cool. Well,
And all right,
that'd be rubbish.
did I get everything in there? Oh yeah, that's another thing. The map in the VR version of this game is pretty freaking cool. It's like a full 3D modeled version of Skyrim that you can just zoom around. You know, it's like Google Maps VR, but Skyrim. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's like Google Earth. Yeah, it's.
It really makes you kind of take in the sheer scope. You know, I've been playing for like an hour now, and I've gone from Helgen to here. That's it. You know, so if people complain about, you know, content in VR not having long games, I mean, it doesn't get much deeper and longer than Skyrim. So
you can keep playing this up until whatever the first big 2018 release is, basically, can't you?
Oh, easily. I mean, that's just the main game. Then you have 3 DLCs to get through.
Yeah.
All right. I think this is Riverwood, a city that I've been to at least 1 billion times. Look at that sky. That sky is just gorgeous.
Is the first thing you did when you got here first in VR just try and massacre everyone? Because that's why.
That's yeah. I usually start inside of a building so that you have fewer people to contend with. So the Golden Claw guy, I killed his sister, and then he, yeah, and then he's a protected NPC because you need to do the Golden Claw quest to get through the main quest. So I couldn't kill him. So after he went down, I just kept hitting him and wouldn't let him get up.
Keep your voice down.
All right.
Fine, but we should go inside to talk. What's going on? And who's this? He's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside. Okay, come inside then.
Why is everyone in Skyrim so jacked? Like, look at these dudes. They're just... Their biceps are the size of my head.
Lifting wood and heavy swords with me. No one's, you know, they don't have Skyrim. No one's sitting down to play Skyrim all day. That's why they're all jacked.
Does anyone actually walk this close together? Like, is that a thing?
Only in this brilliant fantasy world.
So someone just asked, does it have graininess? You know, I know what you're referring to, and if you're outside with really far off landscapes, I would say that you can see it a little bit. There's kind of that grainy filter for the draw distance, but when I'm indoors, I don't notice it at all. And If I don't look too closely, it's not an issue. Oh my god. Oh, everything on the table is flying around. This is hilarious.
Oh dear.
What the heck? That was so weird.
Mudsport might not be in, but good old-fashioned glitches can't beat those.
Yeah.
You know I was assigned to jump.
Okay, let's move this along. I think I have to let them talk. I can't speed it up.
That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more.
Did she just call him husband? Is that a thing?
Over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion.
I
I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. Glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can.
Alright. I'm just gonna take everything you have. Because why not if you're giving it away?
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your...
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, blah blah blah. Alright.
What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Oh, I can even take their money. That's how generous they are. Now the question is, should I go downstairs and murder her?
Make yourself at home.
I mean, you seem to have made up your mind.
You know, so don't get any ideas.
Oh no, there's someone else down here now. There's a child.
Murder them. Don't murder the child.
But I am hidden still. I don't know. I don't know. Should I do it? I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna try not to do it.
Tempest, there's every chance it's going to be in the Black Friday sale. That's a good point. If it is, I would say that it would have no more than, I don't know, like $4 or $3 knocked off.
Okay. So I got to Riverwood. You know, I kind of did my duty a little bit. I'm thinking about just going off the beaten path and exploring some now. So let's see. The game wants me to go to Whiterun. I could go there. You can see it right there on the map. Or I could, you know, change course. I could go to Falkreath. I could try to loop around and go around the mountain. There's a lot of different options in terms of where I want to go. I'm gonna go ahead and...
for you.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Whiterun. Just go ahead and do that. And then once I get there, there's a carriage that can take me to other big cities, and so I can take one of those. Or actually, wait. Let me go ahead and grab the Golden Claw quest while I'm here.
That's a good point. Have you used a crossbow yet in VR?
You know, I don't think I have, because I just generally don't use crossbows in VR, or I mean in Skyrim much. But I think it's just, I think it's just point and shoot. I don't think there's anything else to it.
Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Spire. Oh, go ahead.
Well, there's no motion control with the DualShock 4 itself, but you do aim with your head trigger. So if you were to look somewhere, that's where an arrow would shoot, for example.
Going to get those steeds, we should head.
Alrighty. So, I'm not going to do the Blue Fall Barrows quest because I feel like everyone that's played Skyrim has done that a billion times. If you want to see what it's like, in my review on UploadVR.com, I have footage of it. 15 minutes of gameplay, including Bleak Falls Barrow, so you guys can watch that if you really want to, but I'm not going to do that right now, because I've done that so many times. I'm just going to walk to Whiterun. There's an elk.
Kill that elk.
I'm going to kill this rabbit. Oh man, it's so fast.
Get him. No, it's running the river. Oh no, it survived the river. What kind of rabbit is this?
There we go.
Delicious.
You can make a tasty elk stew later. And so one thing that's pretty neat that you can do in VR that you can do outside of VR is I can be walking in a direction and then I can turn my head and look while still moving in a different direction. Which is pretty nice. Oh. Who's that? Okay, let's see what's going on.
Pretty tasty.
Let's see what's going on here. They got a prisoner.
What are you gonna do? Talk us through your game plan, coach.
Alright.
Interfering with Imperial business.
So they're transporting prisoner. I could try to rescue him and kill them. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. I don't like Imperials. I don't like Imperials. You did.
Oh no. Oh no. David, he was just trying to do his duty. He's just trying to pay for his family. He's just trying to get the bread, David.
Doesn't matter. For the Stormcloaks. For the Stormcloaks.
Oh no, you sliced it right in his face. Oh no.
I will save you, brother.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Sky,
Free prisoner.
we'll show those faithless folks who this land belongs to.
Why couldn't I cut his restraints if I freed him? Oh well. Imperial bow. Yes.
I don't know, it's worth it to watch him run away like that.
Imperial sword. Yes. You know, I don't think I have a torch yet, so I'll grab that. Okay. I think it's interesting. Oh man, look at this guy's leg. That looks horrific.
You sound proud of your work.
Yeah.
Oh dear, yeah, that is bad. He doesn't look like you sliced him up, he looks like you pushed him down a mountain.
That's what happens when you get in my way. Okay, which of these amulets? I'm gonna equip that one. Get some stamina boost.
We are playing with DualShock Store right now.
Oh, mud crab.
DualShock Store? DualShock 4. Get him. Go.
What, did this guy die?
We quite like the DualShock 4 support. If you've played Resident Evil, it works just like that. You might prefer to have like the hand presence with the PlayStation moves, but for just sitting on a couch, just playing for a couple of hours, the DualShock works great.
Whoa. What are you doing? Hey, man. Why is the... Oh, because I killed the soldiers. The guards are are after me. I don't remember how to surrender. Oh, you put away your weapon, right? Yeah, there we go.
Stop right there.
Alright. Looks... I'm going to jail. I submit.
You're going to rot in the Dragon's Reach dungeon.
Little does he know that's all part of my plan. So, should I go ahead and serve my time, or should I try to sneak out?
I don't think we want to watch you serving your time for 5 days.
I think I could just sleep in the bed, right? Yeah.
We are playing on the PS4 Pro.
You know, in the poll, they wanted me to play a stealthy character. So I think that means I gotta try to sneak out.
That's true.
But I only have one lockpick, and it's an adept lock, so...
You can do it. I believe in you. No word on an Oculus version, James K, but it's pretty darn likely it comes to...
I broke my
my
pick. Let's go ahead and just sleep it out.
And of course, if you have Steam VR and Oculus Rift, you can play it anyway on Steam VR. It just won't be optimized for the touch controllers. Yeah, that's what I hear a lot. If you mount your camera on the wall, then the moves work a lot better. Says Fireplace. I need to do that still, but pretty happy with my move set up on those. So.
All right, time served.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon.
We are now on Whiterun, the first major city, and it is quite impressive to look at in VR. It really does feel big.
I would not, and I don't think David would either, recommend buying a PS4 Pro just to play this game. The graphics are a little sharper, but not significantly improved or, even hugely noticeably improved.
Looking for my husband as soon as we check the Jarl's backside.
Okay.
You're very welcome.
Let's go ahead. No. Can't go in there at the moment. Let's wait until... I'll wait until morning, and then I'll go into the trader and sell my stuff. I think this Slick Dylan guy really wants us to fight a giant, because he's asked for about a dozen times now. Oh man, they're not open yet.
And also, to that point, Shane, we have a list of the best 9 games that you can play on PlayStation VR right now, which we haven't put Skyrim into yet, if we're going to put Skyrim in this. So, if you do need a break from Skyrim at some point, then we've got plenty of other recommendations for you.
Yeah, I mean, we update the list relatively regularly. Not, after every game, but, Skyrim, it's going to get on the list. I think that's...
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Trinkets,
We look at what's on the list right now.
that sort of thing.
Alright. So a lot of people are asking about controls. I'm using the DualShock 4 right now, but you can use the PS Move controllers. I'll switch to those in just a moment to let all the new viewers see that. I was using them earlier, but I switched because people were curious about these. Oh, whoops, I'm buying crap from them. I meant to sell stuff. Dang it.
JJW, I completely agree. I really wish the Move controllers had analog sticks.
That would make them so much better.
so much better.
I don't need this staff because I'm not playing a mage. Gonna sell all this junk.
At Plasma Blaze, we are using a review copy supplied to us by Bethesda.
Yes, we're actually playing from the bundle that goes on sale tomorrow. So I'm playing with the new PSVR model as well and a physical copy of Skyrim.
Yeah, and you have a review for, or you have updated our original PSVR review for that new one as well, right?
That's right. I have some unboxing photos, some impressions of the differences, of which there are almost none. Yeah. I mean, if you already have a PSVR, there's absolutely no reason to get the new model. All they did was move some buttons around. They made it one long cable instead of two cables. And you can... the best thing is the processor unit that plugs in. It now has HDR pass-through. So that means that you don't have to unplug your PSVR if you want to use HDR on your TV. That's the best thing, but it is not worth getting the new headset. The visuals are the same. The fit is the same. Everything's identical other than those few little minor changes.
Yeah.
Where is... I don't own this house yet, so I was going to go inside and cook. I don't remember where the best place to cook is. I wanted to cook that elk. Alright. Oh, I just now discovered Whiterun. Apparently you have to set foot here. That's funny that in 6 years they never updated that to where if you get arrested, you don't discover a city.
Oh, really? That's still there?
Yeah, I had to go all the way to the front door in order for it to register on my map.
That's interesting.
Alright. Let's see. Where should I go next? Someone suggested I join the Thieves Guild, which would be good for my character, so I think I'm going to go on this carriage outside and go to Riften. Tempest just commented about Doom and Moss. Both are games that we're very much looking forward to. Doom with the PSVR controller is pretty wild, and Moss was one of our favorite PSVR games at E3.
Yeah, and you can try Moss right now on the new demo disc, right? Which also comes with the bundle you got.
That's true, and it's downloadable on the store.
Tools, wares, and
Come and see what is for sale.
Alright. Here we go. Doom with the aim controller. We have a full impressions article on the site if you want to check that out. For the most part, I would say it's pretty good. It's a little weird holding a two-handed rifle in your hand for a game that actually has you dual-wielding one-handed weapons. It felt a little strange. But the accuracy is good, and the aim controller feels great.
With Doom, you do end up getting like actual proper rifles later on, though, don't you? So
I believe so. Yeah, the demo I played had two one-handed weapons.
climbing back and we'll be off.
Yeah, Tempest, I agree.
Okay.
Moss is delightful.
I'm gonna have to run off now.
I can't wait here forever.
Alrighty.
I have work. I got work to do, but it was fun joining you for this wonderful occasion.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I can read a couple lines of comments, but if you leave a long comment, if you're watching right now and you leave a long comment, I won't be able to see the entire thing. So break it up into bits, I guess.
All right, cool. Well, anyway, I hope everyone enjoys Skyrim VR when they get it tomorrow. It's out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I guess if you preload, you can get it tonight.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we'll do that, and don't go to bed. Don't go to work the next day. Don't, just basically put on the PSVR helmet and just call that your reality now.
You should party like it's 2011.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, take it easy, everyone. See you later.
Alright, thanks for watching, Jamie.
Bye-bye.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the
visitors tax.
For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
I feel like these are not real guards. 79 is a lot. Let's see. I'm gonna try intimidating.
I think you'd be a little smarter than
Nope, that didn't work. Let's try persuading.
Keep your voice down.
Oh, nice.
Want everyone to hear you? Just let me unlock the gate. The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
Alrighty.
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the...
Hey Peter, PSVR 2.0. That's a good question. To be honest, I'm less interested in PSVR 2.0 and more interested in PS Move 2.0. I would love for them to add some analog sticks to the Move controllers and maybe give the option of having a second camera so you could turn around and move a little bit better. But yeah, I don't think PSVR is going to get a full second iteration until the next generation of PlayStations.
I had another run-in with a thief's guild.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble? Don't say something you'll regret. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some loudmouth trying to meddle in their affairs. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching them.
I agree, Dane. Foveated rendering would be huge. For those unaware, foveated rendering is where the VR headset only renders what your eyes can see in full resolution, and everything else around you is downscaled to increase performance and quality of what you can see. So it's kind of a dynamic way of rendering a game. So people are asking about visuals. I would say it compares a bit to PS3 Skyrim, just the original version. It does not look as good as PSVR, or it does not look as good as the enhanced edition on PS4 or the PC version of the game.
Then you're stupider than you look. You better.
And currently I'm playing with the DualShock 4, but I can switch to PlayStation Move if that's what people are interested in seeing right now. I was using it earlier at the beginning of the stream, but I switched.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said
I would say lighting is probably one of the best areas of the visuals. Whenever you're in caves, seeing the light come in from the holes in the roof, and torches look really nice. I think I have a torch. I can go ahead and equip one. Yeah, there we go. So I think the fire, the lighting, that all looks really nice. Pip-Boy 3, you cannot import Skyrim saves. This is a fully brand new game. You have to buy it again. It has its own disc. It has its own download. Aldris, comparing it to other PSVR games, I would say visually, if you ever played Robinson the Journey, I think it looks pretty similar to that. So I think it looks really nice compared to other PSVR games. It's definitely one of the best visually. Yeah, and I am playing on PS4 Pro. Conk, what are you asking for me to demo? I missed your other message.
Welcome to Riften, home of the Thieves Guild. Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies. They're just thugs, vermin, creeping around the ledge.
Nate, that is a good question. I'm not sure how it would work if your friend only has one eye. I think the 3D and the depth perception wouldn't really translate too well, but obviously I'm not the best person to ask about that. Okay, so people are wanting to see the Move controllers, it sounds like, so I'm going to go ahead and save. I'll back out, and I'll switch to Move. The only way to switch to move, you have to go all the way back to the main menu. So that's kind of frustrating. You can't just do it from the options. Alrighty, switching to move now. Aldris, yeah, I would say it works really well with DualShock. It feels like you're playing Skyrim outside of VR, but you have the ability to move around and look with your head, which is really nice. Pipboy 3K, no, you cannot import Skyrim saves. This is a totally separate game. Alright. Let's go VR settings, move controller. Alright. Load. Upload VR. There we go. I'm about to join the Thieves Guild, everybody. All right. I think I got my controllers mixed up. There we go. Left hand. Alright, so there's the torch with move, as you can see. So I can kind of check stuff out. To, you know, light up things if I'm in the dark, which is a nice little feature. Since I'm outside right now, there's more light, but if I were inside of a cave and it were dark, the torch would be a little bit more effective. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, the hand, I do miss that. I'm not sure why they didn't add your hand holding your weapon. Because whenever you, for example, if you have a spell equipped, that does have your hand. So clearly they have the hand models in the game. You know, I can shoot my spells, but they didn't put it onto the weapons themselves. It's a little baffling. Alrighty. Oh yeah, good call. I have a few tomes that I forgot to read. Thank you for that, Conk. Clairvoyance, Oakquell, Sparks. Yeah, so whenever I'm inside the headset here, the sky looks great. It's probably the best visual of the VR version. It's really convincing. So the output that you guys are seeing right now is a lower quality than what I'm seeing, and it's a little rounded. It has sort of a fisheye effect. That isn't present whenever you're inside VR. It looks really nice. The 3D is good. There's real depth to it.
Stay out of the Blackbriar's business and you'll live longer. Huh?
All right. Conk, yeah, I think that's right. I think streaming does use only one eye. Bubble-O, there is smooth turning if you're using DualShock. Otherwise, you have to do the gradual kind of snap turning. But you can customize how far it moves and how quickly. I can. That's actually something I should do right now. I can go ahead and I can increase the amount that it turns. So there, it turns a little bit more now, so that's a little bit more effective. Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't include smooth turning for the Move controllers. Maybe that's an option they'll add. Hey Vitaly, you're going to have to shorten your comment. I can only see a very small amount when I'm wearing a VR headset, so I couldn't see your full question. Alright. Oh no, almost fell in.
If you're looking to settle in Riften, there's a house for sale.
Vitaly, that's really up to you. I mean, for me, it feels worth it. I love VR. I love Skyrim, so it's a pretty, obvious marriage. If you don't have Move, it's not going to be a whole lot different. If you do have Move, you'll get a better VR experience. It's a little bit more interactive. But, you do lose out on some of the accuracy.
You could say that the Ratway is the city under the city. Dark.
Someone's asking about how Move works in combat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave Riften. I'm going to go find a cave, and I'm going to go fight some stuff. You do not see hands attached to weapons, so you can see your hands on spells, but whenever you're holding a weapon, it's just the weapon. I really like the way shields work, though, so I'm going to equip my hide shield. Do I have any better swords? That does 8 damage. Yeah, that does 10. That's better. So I'm going to move that. I'll add that. There we go. So shields are nice, so you have to actually hold them up for it to activate. We'll see how it's no longer see-through. That means the shield is working. When I put it to my side, it's a little see-through, and that means that it's not actively blocking anything. Compared to Resident Evil 7, I would say the graphics are a little bit worse, and that's generally due to the fact that Resident Evil 7 was made for VR and outside of VR. From the beginning, they designed it that way. This is a port, so a port's always going to have lower visuals, and that's just, how it is.
God might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
Okay, let's see. Looks like there's a fort over here, according to the compass. Weapon blocking is just like it is, you hold it up, that blocks, this blocks. Power attacks, I think, I'm not 100% sure on that actually. I think it works just by swinging really hard. Hold on 1 second. Sounds like I have a phone call. Okay, Vader Gamer. I am playing with PlayStation Move controllers, so the way I move is the left move controller, I point and I hold down the move button that's here on the face of the controller, like this. And that's how I move. And then I press X and circle on the right move controller to rotate. The other option is I can point and click to teleport, or I can use the DualShock 4 instead of the move controllers if I wanted. Ralph, I would say NPCs are close to life size. I feel a little smaller than them. They kind of have a giant effect a little bit. It's not too bad. I would say, you know, the NPCs feel pretty good. Okay. I have a feeling this is not going to go well. Depth feels really good. So the bow works. But I have my arrow in this hand. I'll hold it here. I pull the trigger on the right move controller to pull it back. And then I let go to shoot it. I'm not going to do that at the moment because I don't want to alert anyone that might be nearby. I hear people, but I don't see anybody. Ah! You did! Yeah, thanks, Conk. It definitely takes practice. It's not super easy to aim well whenever you're using the move controllers.
What was that?
I don't know if you can stab people with the arrow. I didn't actually even think about trying that. Oh, here we go. I can finally cook. Oh, no, that's just a pot. Never mind. Yeah, you can go unarmed. You can use your fists if you want. You just unequip your weapons and punch away. Oh, that's locked. Bow is as good as raw data. I would say it's similar. Raw data, I haven't played a whole lot of on PSVR. I've spent most of my time playing it on the Vive and Rift, so my comparison isn't super accurate. Oh, whoa! I didn't mean to do that. Crap. Alright, let's switch it up. Oh, I got him right in the eye.
Start running.
So you can block arrows using your shield, which is pretty awesome.
We're routed! Fall back!
Andy, yes, I wear glasses. The PSVR is the most comfortable headset for people that wear glasses. There's plenty of room. It doesn't squish against your face. The lenses just hang down in front of your eyes, so it's a good design. Lane, you're asking about the dual perk where you combine the spells together. I don't have enough skill points to invest in that to actually show you. But basically, if I were to dual wield flames and I cast it, it would go like that. So, you know, kind of like a effect like that. And yes, thank you for the reminder again. I will level up. I'm gonna stick it in stamina. Hey Viloth, how are you doing? I'll do some archery. Get some more bow damage. Cool, cool. I think I'm playing on Apprentice difficulty, so not very high, pretty low. That's just for the stream. You know, I don't want to get stuck and die a whole bunch or anything. It makes it a little bit smoother for showing you guys how the game works. Oh, jeez. He's here.
Time to end this little game. Continue.
Blocked it. Got him. I feel like you can swing faster. You know, I can go pretty quick. That's definitely something you couldn't do outside of VR. Am I encumbered? No. Why am I moving so slowly? I'm not sure. There we go. That was weird. Okay. I'll play for a little bit more. Then I'm probably going to stop the stream. What do you mean? A feature that connects it to Twitch. I'm streaming from my PS4 console. That does connect to Twitch if that's something that you would rather do instead of YouTube. I'm just choosing to stream on YouTube right now. Here we go. Alright, so the way that lockpicks work is you square and... Oh, the way I'm seeing comments. Yeah, whenever I'm playing PSVR, it shows a little comment bubble that pops up right here in front of me that I can see whenever you guys comment. And that's just a PS4 feature. So the way that lockpicking works is square and triangle rotates here on the right controller, and then I pull the trigger to try and push it. There we go. Very nice. And in terms of move versus... Oh, that's pretty cool. You can take the arrow out of the shield. Thanks for that tip. In terms of PS Move, which is what I'm using right now, that's how I can move my hands freely. Versus DualShock, I do prefer Move. Inaccurate, and I know there's more glitches, but I think it feels more immersive. The screen does not look the same to me as it does to you. It actually looks better in VR than it does on the screen that you're seeing. The visual quality is much better. There's a 3D effect. It's not rounded. You know, it's like I'm inside VR basically, or inside Skyrim. Alrighty. Let's switch back here. Oh crap. Oh man. Got an archer battle. I keep missing her. There we go. Oh, got another one. This one's gonna be a little harder. Let's switch.
Now you're mine. I'll kill you if I have to.
What are you doing? No, sneaking is done by holding triangle on the right move controller. That's how you sneak. Motion sickness. That's something that does affect a lot of people. It doesn't affect me. There are a lot of options if you do suffer from motion sickness. You can do teleportation movement. You can customize how the turning works. You can play with the DualShock 4 instead. So they did a pretty good job of offering a lot of different options. Okay, it looks like this room is empty. For strafing, you just... Here, I'll show you. For strafing, you just point the left controller, and you just point the direction you want to go. For sidestepping. And then you would just have to rotate while moving to do like a strafe type of movement. Okay, I think this place is basically cleared out. No? I guess there's still some stuff here. I think it's good enough. Alrighty. I think we're at a pretty good stopping point. You know, that was quite a bit of gameplay. We've been streaming here for a while. So if you want to know more about Skyrim VR, you can read our full review on UploadVR.com. There's more gameplay footage there. It's a very detailed review about all the different movement options, how the game plays, how it feels, how it looks. Yeah, so I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We're going to do more of these. If you want to see more Skyrim VR or other VR games from us, just let us know. We're going to do more of them on YouTube. That seems like a better place for us to do streaming. Yeah, so I hope you learned some about Skyrim VR. I hope you found out more information. I hope you found out whether or not the game's for you. Thanks for watching, and go ahead and visit UploadVR.com. That's where our review's at, and that's where we put a lot of articles and everything like that. One last question from Amber Anthony just came in. Do I recommend buying it? If you love RPGs and you have a PSVR, you absolutely should buy Skyrim VR. That's my recommendation. If you have already played Skyrim, it's kind of up in the air. Depends. Are the move controllers enough to reel you back in? Is that appealing enough for you? Then that I would consider buying it. For me personally, someone that's invested hundreds of hours in Skyrim over the years, over various different versions, I would recommend buying Skyrim VR just because it feels so much more immersive, and it feels very different. It really does feel like you're in Skyrim. Oh wait, hang on. One more person left to kill, it looks like. Let's see if we can sneak up on him here. Oh, I missed. No! Oh, crap. Right in the knee. Arrow to the knee. No, come on. Ah! Oh. Come on. Aiming too high. There we go, finally. It's tough to aim in VR. You have to be really quick. There we go, finally got her. My last foe. Alright. J Bubbaloo, it is coming out tomorrow on PSVR. It will be available. I guess you can preload it tonight. Yeah. So this we're playing from a review copy provided to us by Bethesda and Sony. You can see the full review on UploadVR.com. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.